I think it's really funny what we define as success these days. I've woken up and got a lot of things flooding through my brain at the minute I'm deciphering, but one of them is like, you know, sitting on your old woman's chair with your children and your grandchildren and telling them stories, as is one of the roles of the matriarch, and you know, the connection between the times and the generations, and I can just imagine saying, yeah, you know, I had 100,000 followers on Instagram, and I had just some really weird stats like come up as a point of success to do with social media. And obviously everything is a medium to then build a profile, to build income, and to build this, that and the other. But I just thought, how do we measure success these days? Like, surely it's being able to find peace in our hearts despite living in a chaotic world, or surely it's just having a few prized moments through the days or through the weeks where we can share a laugh, genuine laugh with somebody, or a genuine share, vulnerable share or care, like feeling loved, feeling seen. That's a bonus, because we're the only ones that ever see us fully. Like, we obviously create and nurture relationships around shared value systems and interests and goals, but ultimately, like, no one can ever see us as we see ourselves, because of everybody looks through their own goggles. Could be a wounded gaze, a wounded pair of glasses. But like with They Live, the film, you know, with that incredibly long fight scene, which is hilarious. You know, once you lift the goggles, once you see life, once you see self in 2-on-2 in a certain way, i.e. without external programming, if we've been on a journey to deprogram from I was going to say the creation of self regarded by other, so many words coming out. Anyway, I'll scrap that bit. But success is, I believe, the ability to know thyself and to overcome the challenges that come our way, which is from the day that we are born. Challenges can be big or small. They can floor us, they can make us laugh, they can send us back in a little bit of a cycle until we sort of grounded more in the reason why we don't want to go back into that cycle. But I just found it funny that success might be measured as to how many people follow you or how many likes one gets, you know, telling that round a campfire, rather than, you know, being able to know how to forage and what nettle might do to the body, and how floral essences and essential oils are incredibly potent healing tools. Anyway, I guess everybody's, you know, it's not a judgment, it's my own observation of things that make me laugh or question why the fuck anyone's doing anything or why we're here. And it's not me having an existential crisis, which I think people, you know, thought or not. It's just delayering, deprogramming, maturing, aging, which is nothing to fear. Because in the West, we obviously try and cover up every single thing that shows our maturation, which, you know, if you think of any sort of food products like mature, like Parmesan or wine or anything that's been aged, it tends to go up in value. So how we don't apply that to the human realm in terms of person rather than things, it's a bit funny, isn't it? It's a bit ironical. Anyway, I'm not usually on this early post a really intense sleep sesh, so I don't know if that made sense, but it just made me fun. It made me laugh to think of, well, I think the elders might be laughing. And I just would love to be able to create this circle or healing space of storytellers by the fire of actual true and real success stories connected to higher wisdom and expanded consciousness as beings on this realm that can do so much more than we've ever been told or led to believe. 525.